Actually, rather than going to a bank like Chase or Wells Fargo or US Bank, any of these big banks to get a traditional loan, you go to the seller directly and they will actually provide financing for you on the property.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you just get in contact with the seller basically, whether it's email or call, say, hey, let's cut the bank out, deal with me directly.
Exactly.
All right, guys, we made it happen despite the outages today.
Yeah.
All the airports are down, man.
I heard there were, what, 2,000, over 2,000 flights?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Dude, I've had guests like leave and go to their flight like 6 hours early from here, and they said the line is 2 hours right now at Vegas airport.
Do you know what's going on with it? Like,
There was a Microsoft outage.
do you think?
I think there's more sinister things behind it. They haven't announced if it's a hack or something yet, but yeah, all the flights are down. My Wi-Fi's down at home. Banks are down. It's pretty serious.
That's insane.
And it's been almost a full day now because it happened last night.
I was planning on just flying in and flying out, so I might be stuck here for the weekend.
Your flight didn't get canceled?
It did. I ended up booking another flight.
Damn.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
So,
Hopefully you could get out of here.
yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see.
Because I got people coming on Monday and they're saying their flight's already canceled.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Shoot.
I don't know how long this thing's going to last. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
I think there's something bigger going on that they're not telling us. I think there's
For
probably a
sure.
hack or something.
Because there's going to be cyber war, I think.
Yeah. Did you hear about the car dealerships?
No, what happened?
Their systems are down.
Really?
Yeah, I went in to get my truck serviced a couple weeks ago.
Holy
Same
crap.
thing. They said, sorry,
Dude.
we can't access your records.
Because the hotels out here got hacked like a year ago, too.
Really?
And they lost a ton of money.
Wow.
They had to settle with the hackers. Because when hotels are down, like the casinos out here, they're losing so much money. So every hour they're down, they're losing tons of money.
How much did they settle for?
I've heard 10 million,
Oh, wow.
which is a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. If I was a hacker, that's a huge come up.
Yeah, for sure. I heard the car dealerships, I think they wanted 80 million.
80 million? Was it all the dealerships?
It was
or
nationwide.
Holy crap.
Yeah,
so they all use the same system.
Yeah, apparently.
Damn, man. These could be North Korea or Russia. Who knows?
Who knows?
There's been some nasty crypto hacks from North Korea.
Have there really?
Yeah, billions of dollars stolen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you big into crypto?
Huge.
Are you?
Yeah, that's how I made most of my money.
When did you get in?
I've been in for a while because I used to buy weird with crypto in high school, but I never kept all that. If I did, I'd be retired.
What year did you graduate high school?
2015, and I had it probably junior year, so that was 2014 when I had Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Oh, okay. Was that when you could just go on and like tap claim Bitcoin and it would just give you a free Bitcoin, or did you have to pay for
No,
it?
I was past that phase. I don't know about that, but I had to buy it. I don't even know if Coinbase was out back then. I don't know. Oh, I had
no
a
way.
Western Union. It was a weird way to buy it.
Really?
Yeah. Times have changed.
I was in college during that time, and I remember my roommate was telling me, he's like, you should buy some Bitcoin. I was like, what the heck is this? He's like, well, it's kind of sketchy. It's like kind of dark web kind of stuff. And I was like, I don't know.
That happened to my producer. So the guy that ended up telling him to buy it, his name's Anthony Pompliano. And that was his roommate in college. And now that guy's worth like 9 figures.
I ended up not doing it, but I got into real estate. So
that's a close second, right?
Yeah.
It's much safer, I'd say.
Yeah.
Because even with Bitcoin, if you bought it early on, there's a good chance you either lost it, forgot about it. There's so many factors. You probably could have sold it at an earlier time on the way up.
Yeah, and I have some now, but it's just long-term hold.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to day trade or anything like that. I think that's too risky.
Absolutely. What's your strategy with real estate?
With real estate, there's so many different strategies to implement, but creative financing right now with interest rates, so high.
Yeah.
What we're doing is a lot of creative financing, or subject to, where you go and pick up somebody else's loan and take over payments there.
Yeah.
And that's just been phenomenal because it creates a win-win situation for everybody.
Yeah, you and Pace are crushing it with that.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what Pace is doing on his exit strategy, and he's getting more into like multifamily and bigger deals, which I eventually want to get into. But what we're doing is doing rent to owns or lease options on the back end. So we'll do a subject to or seller finance, and we'll pick it up, and then we'll turn around and turn that into a lease option, and that gives someone who otherwise wouldn't have the opportunity to get into their home, like a contractor who doesn't have 2 years work history, or the felon that has bad credit or whatever the situation is. It really helps them create the American dream. So it's super fulfilling on our end.
I love that model, dude, because it's low risk on your end. You're not putting up stupid capital.
Yeah.
You're getting the property for basically nothing. You just got to furnish it, right?
We're not even furnishing it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Holy
yeah.
crap.
So we're not furnishing them. They go in and the other thing that how we're saving money is we're not paying a property management company to manage it because they're the ones, the tenants are the ones building equity in the property and taking care of maintenance and repairs.
Wow.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know, because I already know what seller financing and subject to is, but could you explain that for people watching this?
Yeah. So a seller finance is essentially rather than going to a bank like Chase or Wells Fargo or US Bank, any of these big banks to get a traditional loan, you go to the seller directly and they will actually provide financing for you on the property.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you just get in contact with the seller, basically, whether it's email or call, say, hey, let's cut the bank out, deal with me directly.
Exactly. Yeah, and we're marketing, we're direct to sellers. We get a lot of deals from wholesalers as well. So direct mail, phone calls, Facebook marketing. Marketing is key in getting in front of these sellers.
Right. It's all about the leads, right?
Exactly.
And what's their, why would they want to do that, the sellers?
So everybody's situation is different. That's what I love about real estate is every deal is different and you can help these people out because each person has a different story. Sometimes they're behind on payments. Sometimes they need to move across the country. We had one that we closed on. It was an elderly gentleman. He was 89 years old. He didn't want to raise the rent on these people.
Wow.
And so we were able to, take whatever pain point they have, pick the property up, and then and rent it out and do a lease option. And he also gets paid.
That's cool.
What he, without having to raise the rent on the tenants that have lived there for 12 years. And
yeah.
He cash flows more because he's not paying taxes and insurance on the property. Yeah.
Love that. Dude, I was looking at my new neighbors and because I wanted to, network a bit and meet the neighbors. One of my neighbors is 104 years old.
Are you kidding?
No.
Holy cow.
I don't know how updated that site I used was. Like, I don't know if he passed or something, but it said he was 104.
You just go knock on the door and
I'm going to knock and see if he's still there.
You could have him on the podcast.
Dude. Centenarian, they call them, right?
What is it?
When you live past 100, centenarian.
Oh, yeah.
That's a rare thing to find, especially in Vegas. That's crazy.
Jeez.
Crazy.
Jeez. Yeah. How old do you want to live till?
It used to be 80 to 100, but now with so much advancements, if I could live comfortably past 100, I would do it.
Yeah.
But if I'm like suffering and miserable, then when it's time to go, I don't want to like force it too hard.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm being really proactive right now.
That's awesome. Yeah, you look in good shape, man.
Yeah. So my biological age is 21. I did a
wow.
test, and I want to get that down to like probably 18.
Okay.
So.
Are you doing like any like blood work and?
Yeah, I do blood work
peptides
once a year. Had massive deficiencies. So just fixing those helped me a ton.
Really?
Yeah, because Gary Brecka, I did his test like a year and a half ago. Everything was dude.
Seriously?
Yeah. And it's crazy because like when you're in your 20s, you think you're healthy, but then you
Yeah.
see your test results, you're like, wow.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm actually going to get my blood work done here pretty soon.
Have you
so-
done one in a while?
I haven't.
Dude.
I did one for like a life insurance policy
Okay.
5 years ago or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you'll find out a lot of useful stuff, man. Make sure you do a comprehensive one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to measure a lot.
Okay. I'll check
Vitamin
that out.
D3, if it's low, that's a really big one you got to fix.
Well, the other thing, I just had a car accident, so I tore my MCL.
Damn.
It was like 75% torn.
Holy
Okay, that car accident was life changing. I thought I was gonna pass away. To be
my
honest,
God.
but yeah,
You got rear-ended?
T-boned.
Holy
T-boned.
crap.
Yeah. So it was, and I have twin girls, daughters.
Yeah.
They were in the car as well, but we all kind of walked away unscathed. I had the worst of it. with
Damn.
that MCL injury.
Someone protected you guys there.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely believe in God and a higher power for sure.
I mean, what happened to Trump is living proof of it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's insane.
5 millimeters.
Yeah, he turns his head just as the shot is fired.
And he never turns his head to look at like the screen ever, he said.
Yeah, and you can watch his, past. He's always looking at the
Always
audience.
looking forward.
Yeah.
And the one time he has a screen right there to look at.
What do you think when he stood up and was a fight?
Legendary.
That
That
was.
photo might be the most iconic U.S. photo of all time.
Yeah, I agree. That's going to be in the history books.
Yeah, no, all of them. It already is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy, man. And I saw his speech last night. It looked like he's a changed man from that incident.
You think it made him soft? I think it probably made him softer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Did you see the speech?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it was like an hour and a half, but he was not his normal like fired up mode.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that happened with me after the accident. I mellowed out a little bit.
Really?
But yeah, but I'm taking, bigger steps and more action at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that would have been tough if it ended there with your kids.
Yeah.
You didn't get to raise them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been sad.
Yeah, I've had a couple near-death experiences also.
Oh, really? What were they?
Yeah. First one was weird because I was home alone as a middle schooler, and I skipped school all week to play video games. I was addicted to this game called Combat Arms.
Okay.
And so it's Friday. I skipped every single day, and it's like 12 p.m. All of a sudden, I hear the front door open. I'm like, what the hell? Because my mom was on a business trip, so I was home alone all week. And she wasn't supposed to get back till that night. So I'm like, no way. Did she move her flight up or something? But I knew her footsteps. Like, I was in the basement, and I could hear the footsteps. It was a man's footsteps.
Oh, no.
So I'm like, holy I got to go hide. And then I hid in like a boiler room in my basement. He came downstairs in the room, searched all the rooms, went upstairs. I heard him go all the way upstairs, and then he left.
Are you serious? Did he take anything or?
Took nothing. That's why I know he was there for a human, because if it was a robber, he would have just stole something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, thank God that you're alive.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
And then the second one, I had a seizure. I had Xanax withdrawal, and I stopped taking Xanax, which I was on for 2 months straight, and then had a seizure.
Seriously?
Yeah, I was 21.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And then I had kind of a sketchy one. I came home one day when I was 10, 4th or 5th grade, at midnight. I used to sell candy, so I would go to Wegmans. I would walk a mile, buy candy. Came home at 12. My dad was on drugs. Pointed a gun at me as soon as I walked in the front door.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was like high on something, thought I was a robber.
So did you talk yourself out of that situation or like?
Yeah, I talked myself out, but he couldn't really understand, so I just hid in the front door bathroom for a couple hours.
Gosh. And then did your mom get home or?
She was sleeping. They were like separated at the time. He came out of his bed.
Oh, man.
Yeah, stuff like that really shapes you.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, so I grew up, and my parents were both in real estate as well growing up. And then we went through the real estate crash. And so,
08.
Yeah, 08. So we kind of had like this facade, in high school or middle school, people thought, oh, Nathan's doing well. Nathan and his brother are doing well. And, behind closed doors, it was, a little bit more going on.
Right.
My dad was gone a lot for work. And then when he was in town, there was a lot of contention, mostly about finances. And to be honest, I thought I wasn't ever going to get into real estate because of that.
After that, yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't want to take myself through that or my future family, right? And like what you're saying, we've both seen things that we probably shouldn't have seen, but it shapes who we are today, and hopefully we can move forward and be better people and make an impact on someone else's lives.
Absolutely, and it's all perspective too, right? Because a lot of people made money during that crash in real estate.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it all depends on like your situation, how you interpret it.
Yeah.
But for you, it probably scared you for years, right?
Yeah, it did. Until I was going to college. I never really liked school, but I was doing what I was supposed to do, right? Go to college,
make your parents
get
happy.
an education. Then I started reading entrepreneurial books, Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, going to seminars, and ended up taking a course on how to flip houses, and that was life-changing. I did that in 2015, 2016, flipped my first house.
Nice.
And then it's just been up from there. It started as flips, and then it turned into build jobs and developments and multifamily, long-term holds, rentals. So it's been good.
Good timing too.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, because everything went up during the pandemic. Plus, flips back then were way easier.
Yeah. A lot of them were, and a lot of my first flips were just cosmetic. You know what I mean? You go in, you kind of put some new carpet, new paint, and
simple ones.
Yeah, simple one, not anything structural.
Yeah.
So
that's where it gets tricky, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm learning that now, just as a homeowner, with all these costs of the contractors.
Oh,
dude, it's crazy.
Are you? Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm not even remodeling. I'm just like fixing some stuff. Dude, I dropped $100K in the first week so far. Just on the roof, on the electrical, fixing the pool. Like, it's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
All the costs of being a homeowner.
Yeah, and prices have gone up. You know what I mean? With inflation and the
Yeah.
cost of
Even
doing
plumbers
things.
now. I just paid my plumber like thousands.
Yeah, and that's a question I get all the time is, is it hard to flip houses right now? I'd say yes, and also I'd say no, because if you know what you're doing and you have the right education, you have the right team on your,
Yeah.
in your corner, you can get things done and you can find the deals, right?
Yeah.
There's still money to be made.
Yeah, if you got the right team, because that's the important part. Because
Yeah.
you could easily overpay for stuff if you don't know much about the market.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, we just closed on a property like 2 weeks ago in Nampa, Idaho, and we picked it up for pennies on the dollar. And this investment company out of Arizona had picked it up like 2 years ago for double the price.
Whoa.
Because I think they were one of those just buy it, REITs, pick it up. Hopefully the market's going to continue to go up and sell, but they ended up selling it to us like
They paid double what you paid?
just about. Not quite double, almost.
Yeah, but
I think
still,
I
2
think
years.
I looked up the transaction history on it. I think they bought it for $260.
Holy
And
crap.
we picked it up for $180.
Damn. That's a big
So,
loss in 2 years for them.
Yeah. But at the same time, for us, the numbers make sense, and now we can go in and remodel and sell it. So
Yeah, I feel like right now is a good time to just throw out some offers,
Yeah.
30% under and see what happens.
yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. It's a numbers game. Just continue to pound the pavement and submit offers, even on the MLS. So if it's listed by a real estate agent, there's still deals to be found out
Really?
there. Yeah, in my opinion, yes. I know there's other people saying otherwise, but I mean,
It's just a little
there's-
harder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
you're sourcing deals that aren't listed, so it's a little less competitive.
Exactly. We do every once in a while go after MLS listings, but they are more difficult to lock down.
Got it. So you're basically running ads like, are you interested in selling your house or renting it out or something?
Yeah. So, and actually, contrary to popular belief, it's like direct mail is on fire right now. Direct mail and phone calls.
Really?
Yeah. Because I think people want to have that interaction. You know what I mean? And I know a piece of mail is not that, but the phone calls and when you can actually get on the phone with them and figure out what their problem is and how you can actually create a solution for them, then you can get things done.
I could see it. Plus, there's a lot of baby boomer house owners. So they're used to like calls and mail and old school tactics.
Yeah, exactly. And there's some weird situations out there. I'll tell you what.
Yeah?
Like,
What happened?
just things that I don't know. People divorces, deaths.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not thinking.
I had a guy on, shout out to John Singson. He would go to divorce court and see like who's getting divorced. And then he would buy the house for dirt cheap.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, it was actually really smart. It's a little messed up ethically, but I could see like how it makes money.
Oh, and actually, speaking of just the drop a tip for whoever's listening or content wise, people who are going through divorce, you don't have to sell the house necessarily, which the creative financing helps with that. So if a husband and wife get divorced, whoever gets the house, the husband can make payments to the wife or continue to pay on the loan. They could refinance the property, but if they're not in a position to refinance, they can actually continue to pay out. So I went through a divorce a couple years ago.
Damn.
Yeah, unfortunately, but fortunately, everything happens for a
Yeah,
reason.
yeah.
So that's actually something that I was able to negotiate. Part of the divorce was I kept the primary house.
Oh, wow. Well done, dude. 'Cause
yeah.
A lot of guys lose the house.
Yeah.
My dad's 0 for 2. Oh. Damn. I used to hear that all the time from him.
I mean, I have a unique situation, but yeah. So I was able to keep the primary house, and I have the girls quite a bit of the time.
Yeah.
So we wanted to keep them, so it was stable for them rather than having to move houses and different things like that. So with my ex-wife, I was able to negotiate the equity portion of that, and I'm paying her out over the next 5 years.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Well, it's a couple years now.
Okay.
But
Because you were 50-50 on it?
yeah.
That makes sense. That's smart. Probably smart to incorporate in like a prenup or a contract before you get a house with your spouse.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I'm
Like
thinking
if
about.
that
I'm
ever happens.
thinking about doing that on the next one.
Yeah, just to be safe. I mean,
The other thing now, I'm purchasing everything in LLCs and
yeah.
trusts, so I don't really own anything.
Yeah, I want to
other than
move
the
my house to a
primary house.
trust.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because it's just safer if someone, because I have dogs. If someone gets bitten, I don't want to be sued personally.
Yeah. Yeah. There's so many benefits of trust. You don't get sued. You can transfer that. Are you planning on having kids?
Yeah. I want
Yeah.
kids.
So yeah, kids, you can transfer it without, having to pay out the butt
nice.
for taxes or
Because
inheritance
normally there's
tax.
a transfer tax, right?
Yeah, inheritance tax. Yeah, and that may vary state to state, but most states have an inheritance tax.
Yeah. Plus the privacy aspect. People can't just look your name up, see where you live.
Exactly. Yeah, there's so many different searches.
Yeah. How much is it to set up a trust?
It depends on the company. But I have a company that'll probably do it for about $2,500.
Oh,
Depends on
not bad.
and it depends on how many assets you have. So if you get started in real estate, I would recommend putting the properties in the trust as you go, at the beginning, rather than having 20 properties and then saying, oh, you know what, we need to set up the legal for all these 20 properties, because first off, it's going to take a ton of time that you're not going to want to be spending on, and then it's going to be cheaper to do it, one at a time rather than dropping a bunch on 20 properties or how many properties you have.
Absolutely. How many properties are you up to now with the subject to financing?
So we have a couple different holding companies. I think we're, with everything combined, I think we're about 40 properties, somewhere in there.
That's insane.
Yeah, I think it's...
And it's only been like a few years, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's incredible.
So, I got started in 2015, 16, but then the last couple years we've been doing the subject to. The last property that we actually used a traditional lender on was probably 2 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
The interest is 8-9%.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing is we'll use other people's money as well. So I'd rather, come to you, Sean, and say, hey, man, I have this deal that, whether we're flipping or holding, I lay it out to you and say, hey, I'd rather give you, 10%, 12% on this deal rather than giving that to the bank, because then you're benefiting, you're one of my friends, and then you're going to do another deal with us in the future, and then we both grow together.
I love that. Do you know Justin Donald?
I don't.
I'm going to connect you with him because you could probably bring this to his investor network.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
10% a year is pretty good these days.
Yeah. And and in real estate, and I love that you're going to make that connection, is for me, you have to have an abundance mindset. Like there's enough to go around, for everybody. You can't be, I can't share this deal with so-and-so and the other thing in the real estate world, it's small. Like everybody knows everybody.
I noticed that actually. Like when I see the real estate conferences, same like 5-10 speakers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Cody Sperber, Cole Hatter, Pace Morby. Yeah, it's a really small world.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want to get to like a certain amount of properties? Is that a goal for you?
Yeah, I want to hit 1,000.
Damn.
Yeah.
You think you can manage that many? That's a lot.
Well, my team, yeah. And not me personally, but it's going to take a team for
that's
sure.
That's
like
25 times where you're at now.
Yeah.
1,000 units. Yeah, Pace is in the hundreds. Pace Morby.
Wow.
So it's definitely possible.
Yeah, he's killing it.
Yeah, he does a lot of subject too.
And I love how Pace is he's such a good guy. Like
Great guy.
He's so open. And it's funny, I'm actually Mormon as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I go to Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints. So his values, I have a lot of the same values as he does.
That's awesome.
And he's just always giving to the community and giving free, private money lenders lists and connecting people and everything.
I don't see many people doing that.
He has a big heart.
Yeah.
He has a huge heart.
I think that's why he does well though. All the energy he gives out.
Yeah, I agree. And have you been to any of his conferences?
No, I missed the last one, but I've seen him speak at other conferences.
Oh, okay.
And it's awesome.
Yeah. So do you know the peace sign?
Yeah.
So the story behind that?
I don't know the story actually.
Oh man, you'll have to have him on the. You already had. Have you?
He's come on. I didn't ask him about that, but it's in the logo, the sub 2, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's my story to tell, but
okay, but I'll ask him then.
Yeah, definitely ask him. But it's just the story behind it. Essentially, it's people over profits and property, and there's actually people behind these transactions.
I love that.
Yeah,
that's a rare mindset in the real estate space where it's so transactional.
Yeah. But that's what I love about real estate is you can actually make an impact on someone's life and generational as well.
Dude, I met some great people in real estate when I was house shopping.
Oh yeah,
just the connections in the real estate space are really cool.
Yeah.
I met LeBron James' old teammate.
Oh seriously?
Yeah. Yeah, because when you're shopping in a certain range, it's kind of a small world.
Yeah.
It's It's really good networking, actually. I might just start shopping just once every few months, meet some people. You know?
That's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea at all. I've gotten a few guests out of it, actually.
Oh, really?
On the podcast, yeah.
Oh, wow, that's insane.
Yeah. Vegas is a small world, though. It's a small city.
Yeah, it is. It is. That's how many? What's the population?
Oh, I looked it up once. It wasn't too much. Like, I base cities off traffic, so like Vegas traffic isn't too bad. It's a little bad, but compared to LA and Miami, it's nowhere close to that.
Oh.
How's the traffic in Boise? You're in Boise, right?
Yeah. It's actually pretty decent. I mean, comparative to some of these bigger cities.
Yeah, I feel like you got a lot of land out there.
Yeah, growing up though, I mean, if you would ask anyone up there, there's always construction going on. This road's closed.
Yeah, I haven't been out there yet.
Well, when you're up there, let me know.
Yeah, I got to film with Russell, so maybe I'll just come out there.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That'd be cool. I'm sure you run into him out there, right?
I have not personally run into Russell. No, I haven't.
Wow.
No. I know where his office is at. I haven't stopped by or anything, but maybe I should.
Yeah, you should link with him out there.
Yeah.
Is there some entrepreneurs out there?
Yes. Yeah.
There's a good scene.
Yeah. I always joke that Boise's like the Silicon Mountain. You know what I mean? I mean, you have ClickFunnels with Russell Brunson, bodybuilding.com. HP has a headquarters there, Micron.
Oh, wow.
Facebook announced some big project they're doing in the Boise area too. Yeah, so there's a lot going on.
Nice. So Boise's on the come up, man.
It is. I think they were Nampa and Boise. Nampa's a suburb of Boise, but Nampa was the #1 best run city in the United States, and Boise was second according to some poll. I'm not sure which one it was, but
that's interesting.
Yeah,
I think Eric Rock might be out there somewhere.
Yeah, Eric is up in Coeur d'Alene. Dude, I love Coeur d'Alene.
Dude, he was speaking very highly of Coeur d'Alene.
He as he should. I love Coeur d'Alene. Actually, I saw Eric a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, small world.
Yeah,
dude, he said he was up like 4x on his house.
Yeah, probably.
So that
I'm not sure when he bought it, but
he got in at a good time, I believe.
Yeah.
He said the Kardashians have a house up there.
Oh,
big celebrities.
Oh yeah,
I got to get out there.
Yeah, they fly in on the weekends and hit the lake and fly out.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds like a good getaway.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I'm a big nature guy, man.
Okay, actually, I know a property that's on the lake up there that has boat rides. Yeah, dock rides.
Dude,
needs a little bit of fixer upper.
Okay,
but yeah, one of my friends sent it to me. He said, "Hey, I know you might flip this, but I mean, I'm more in the Boise area for flipping.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. We'll pick up long term anywhere, but flipping, I kind of want my team to be able to hold it.
I feel that.
So
yeah, what's like the optimal price range you shop around in for the Subject 2 stuff?
Yeah, so I don't think there is an optimal price point as long as it's on a cash flow and I mean you can afford it, right? I think in general though, I would definitely say buy under the median house price nationwide.
What's the median right now?
I think we're about 400-ish, 425, somewhere in there. Yeah, nationwide.
Yeah, that makes sense because when I was trying to do it for my house, it was tough.
Okay.
In like the 1.5-2 range.
Yeah.
It was tough to find people that wanted to do it.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm curious because I'm thinking because Pace talks about that all the time where he's like, oh, go subject to this $1 or $2 million house. I'm trying to find one as well right now.
It's tough.
In my market, but
I could barely find seller financing, let alone Subject 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or were you just going through your real estate agent, or
I was just going through Zillow, so it's probably way harder. Okay. I wasn't doing what you're doing with leads and stuff.
Okay,
but so maybe it's possible.
Were you calling like
my agent was calling active listings or emailing them, because seller financing is out here.
Yeah,
that's definitely a thing, but Subject 2 seems a lot harder. Maybe there's someone just taking them all out here.
Oh, Pace.
One of Pace's students.
Students.
I mean, he did get a $4 million ranch with it, so it works.
Yeah, it does work.
I think it's just a lot harder to find at the higher levels.
Yeah. But at the same time, I think it might be easier because if these people sell their properties and they're just going to put that money into the stock market or whatever that's just earning a 4% return or whatever. I mean, you could give them a 5% return.
That's what I thought, but maybe I was just doing it wrong. I'd love to see if you could pull it off.
Well, maybe we'll
do a part 2 next year and see.
Sounds good to me, man.
Are you looking in Boise for that?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
There's $2 million houses out there?
Yes, now there are.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there are. There's some pretty nice houses. Pretty much everywhere. Eagle, Meridian. Eagle is popping. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll schedule a day to come out there. That sounds fun, man. And it's not too far, right? Like 2-hour flight?
Yeah, 2-hour flight. Simple. Yeah.
Nice.
Easy.
You got a real estate mastermind?
I'm working on it. Yeah. I'm working on one right now. So I do offer real estate coaching, one-on-one coaching. The end goal is to build up my community, kind of like what Pace has or Eric Rock or Jamil. Yeah, all these guys that I think the community is one of the greatest assets because you build a community, and now rather than just me being the coach or the teacher, we have everyone contributing to the growth, and maybe someone has a problem that that I don't know, what I mean? Because I'm not perfect. I haven't gone through everything, but the other part of a community is seeing other people go through the same struggles, and so I think just being able to bounce ideas off each other.
Yeah, it's powerful. I love how Pace can have a little meetup in any city he's at. 100 people instantly.
I love your community, by the way.
Yeah, the chat.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's been so cool seeing what relationships have stemmed from that.
Yeah.
There's been a couple big deals that happened because of that chat. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm looking to be more active in there, too.
Yeah, I want to start doing in-person events with that community.
Okay.
Because we're at almost 900 members now.
When's your next event here in Vegas?
September during the UFC at the Sphere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's going to be big. Yeah, I'm going to do it at Mandalay Bay.
Okay.
Foundation Room.
Okay. I think I'm going to come down for that.
Yeah, definitely come out, man. What's your favorite hotel in Vegas?
Yeah, I usually stay with friends here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a rare answer.
I know.
Wow. I love the frugality, though. I'm the same way. I'm filming in Phoenix. I was like, hotels were like $500 a night for some reason.
Yeah. I have a buddy in Henderson that has a place out there, and so I usually...
Yeah, it's much more relaxed.
Yeah, chill, and I mean, it's not too far away, so...
Yeah. I like Henderson. I like Summerlin. Yeah, the Strip is chaos.
Yeah.
Especially if you come during a conference or like an event.
Oh, yeah.
Can't even get out.
Yeah, actually, my first growth conference was here.
Oh, Grant Cardone's?
Yeah.
Yeah, same. That was my first one, too.
Oh, seriously?
Was it the second one?
What year was that?
At the Luxor, it was like 2017.
Oh, mine was 2019.
Oh, wait, 2018 maybe. Yeah, I don't remember. But yeah, shout out to Grant.
Yeah, Grant.
That was my first ever conference. First time in Vegas, too.
He can throw some events on for sure.
Oh, yeah. Some killer events.
Yeah.
That event probably changed my trajectory.
Really? When did you get started in podcasting?
A year and a half ago, January.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty new.
That's awesome. I saw on Eric's, one of Eric's Rock's posts, like how you dedicated to kind of, is your father? Your dad? That's awesome, man.
Yeah. I didn't know it at the time, but definitely as I've done more and more episodes, I see that purpose alignment.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to watch Joe Rogan all the time.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's really cool.
Yeah. That was a great show, man. Shout out to Eric.
Yeah.
He's someone I met at a conference.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What conference did you guys
Aspire
meet at?
Tour. Have you been to that one yet?
I have not.
Yeah. So everyone in the WhatsApp chat gets to go to those for free. Dan Fleischman's a member of the chat, and he just comps all the tickets.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you
That's
get
awesome.
a free VIP ticket.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Great events, dude. I met Goggins there. I met Cody Sanchez, Ty Lopez, Andy Elliott. A lot of people at those.
Oh, yeah. It's funny. It's crazy once you start diving into this world, the entrepreneurial world, how small it is.
Super small.
And I mean, I even just call someone up. I could call you and you have someone's phone number. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
It's like,
at this level, you got to do great business because you scam one person, you're
yeah, exactly. And that's what I was saying earlier, like with the real estate business, it's like people find out.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
The truth is going to come out at some point.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing things. And that's, for me, one of my biggest, my motto is honesty, transparency, and authenticity.
I love that.
That's how I live.
Yeah.
So when I first got into real estate, I had a cousin that was like, he's like, Nathan, you're too honest to get into real estate. I was like, what are you talking about? Like,
I think it's good.
I was naive, and
Yeah.
he's like, all these real estate people, they just sell their money sell their souls for money. I'm like, well, I promise I'll be honest.
Yeah, you definitely
and I've just held myself to that standard.
Yeah.
So,
What do you think of Ryan Serhant?
What do you mean?
Like, have you seen a show and everything, the real estate guy in New York?
Yeah, I've seen his show. And I know doesn't he do a Mastermind and stuff? I don't know him. You know what I mean? I've seen his shows. and I mean,
Not Ryan Pineda.
No, he's here in Vegas.
Yeah, he's here in Vegas. Serhant's a guy with gray
hair. Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
I don't know him well enough to say.
Got it. I feel like he changed the real estate social media game.
Oh, how so?
Just because he was kind of the first guy to get a ton of clients off like social media clips, and you know, before real estate agents were very old school, like they didn't really get clients off social media.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like he kind of pioneered that.
Yeah, I would agree. And in today's age, you have to be on social media because people do business with people they know, like, and trust.
Oh yeah.
And the other thing with social media, you have to be diverse as far as what you're posting. You can't just post if you're a real estate agent, hey, listed this house, house under contract, sold, house, open house. You know what I mean? It's like, we all know that real estate agent, you go on there and that's all that's on their feed.
Absolutely.
You have to post about your family. You have to post about the gym, your lifestyle, you know, things that you're doing, traveling.
Yep. Agreed.
So,
you need to trust them.
Yeah.
It's a big decision for a lot of families.
Yeah. And I've done deals where people are like, oh, I used you. I'm also a licensed real estate agent. I don't really market that too much. But I do take on, you know, referrals or people, whatever. And so I have got a few deals where like, oh, I wanted to use you as a real estate agent because you're flipping houses. That's what I want to do. And you go to the gym, like we have a connection. Or, oh man, that. You're a father, you're a great dad, you know, because I post about my twins a lot. So just building those relationships, putting the social back in social media. That's what we need to do. And I think society as a whole needs that right now, right?
Yeah. Dude, twins sounds fun. When did you know?
Oh, shoot. It was 2019, beginning of 2019.
But how many months into the pregnancy did they tell you?
Oh, that they were twins?
Yeah.
Oh, it was 19 weeks, I think, whenever you have the first ultrasound. I think it's
some people don't know till they're like giving birth.
Yeah.
I see videos of that.
Bless their hearts.
Yeah.
Jeez, that would not be fun.
That's cool though. I feel like twins is a good way to just get two real quick.
Yeah.
You know, because I want at least two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man, kids are so awesome, man.
I'm pumped.
They just took my business to the next level.
Really?
You know, yeah, absolutely.
More purpose in your life?
More purpose, yeah. I just felt closer to God, more driven. Yeah, for sure.
I could see that.
Responsibility.
Yeah, because you really it's not just about you and your wife anymore.
Exactly.
You got to lock in.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. Nathan, it's been cool, dude. Where can people find you, your course, and your mastermind and everything? Yeah, so on social media, mainly on Instagram, Nathan_Danner8. So Nathan_Danner8. I'm on all platforms as well, but mainly on Instagram is where I'm most active. So we'll link it below, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you.